Yeah, 9. Okay. Still optimistic is basically what you're saying.
um, yeah, I think we could still see some winnable games on the schedule, but
But Cooper Rush is your quarterback?
we're gonna have to Zeke and Tony Pollard gonna have to step up.
For Cooper
Workhorse.
Rush?
Hey, bro, did you see? First of all, do you want to do the introduction, or we go get it? We could wait, and I could give you all of we could get into the Cowboy
Oh,
shit later. Let's
okay. Yeah.
yeah, let's not. We could.
Because,
How are
well,
you, Bang?
well,
I don't even.
excuse me,
I'd rather have a regular conversation with my friend. I don't want to start off the pod
Excuse me,
talking about them niggas.
Some do pie 141.5 because I didn't upload the other joint.
You didn't.
No, I
Mike
didn't.
Mike Webb, he be like, yo, your job pod? I'm like, first of all, that's how you know niggas don't be paying attention. Because we podded, you're in the group actively. So the video is right there, bro. It's a
Hey,
whole
yeah.
I think he was under the assumption that it was a clip.
Oh, no.
I'm like, nah, bro, that whole pod is there. And then I didn't know that you didn't upload it. I didn't know
It
this
was
until the other
it was a
day.
week.
Yeah, it's fine.
Gee, it was a
no
week.
big. No,
When I say it was a week, fam, it was a week.
episode 141 is available right there in hashtag some do
Yeah.
pod group right
this
there
will
for
be-
you. So yeah, for
Right,
sure.
but this will be 141.5. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download, wherever you get your favorite podcast. Make sure you go ahead and follow us on everything at Some Dude Pod. Make sure you go ahead and get that merch as well. We're gonna go ahead and get started because hey, I just want to apologize. Yeah, I didn't upload the audio. It was a week. It was a long one. It was a frustrating week. There's a lot of stuff going on.
For sure.
Yeah, so I apologize. But like Mike said, it's in the group. It's on the YouTube page. You go ahead and check it out. Our predictions. Mike said that he was going 13-4. As you see, that changed. We're gonna get into that later, but it was something that I knew the day. I knew what the day was. I just didn't I knew what the day was. I didn't know what day it was, but turns out that Sunday was Grandparents' Day. And I don't know if your daughter school did anything, but trade school, invited the grandparents up for lunch.
Oh no.
You didn't?
District 89 did not
Oh
indulge
wow.
in Grandparents' Day.
That's Maywood for you. It's Proviso Township schools.
It's okay.
But I got there, I dropped my folks off. They were very thankful and excited and grateful to be able to kick it with their grandson on Grandparents' Day, the observance, which when I went, look at the service. I don't even know what that is. I went and dropped them off and saw that they were like extremely excited, which led me to think like, I'm sure I know this answer, but like how involved, and I don't mean like just watching and all of that stuff. Like how involved are your parents in your daughter's life activities, all that stuff?
Okay. So before we get into it, this is our parents being involved with.
Yeah, great. Yeah, our parents,
okay,
your kids,
okay.
our kids' grandparents.
Okay, before we even get into Grandparents Day, obviously we're speaking about grandparents. We have grandparents, everything like that. I just want to say rest well to my grandfather who passed away last Tuesday. I haven't really said anything about it on the pod. I haven't said anything about it yet. It was last Tuesday, but my grandfather on my mother's side,
and that was the day we potted, fam.
It was the day we potted. I didn't say anything. No, I've been been cool, but
emotionally potting, I feel.
Yeah. But it's all good. He was 89 years old. And he lived a swell life. So, just prayers up for my mom and all for my aunties, everybody on my mom's side. My grandfather, Lon Winfrey, passed away last Tuesday at 89 years old. So, yeah. But, let's get into to what it is. That's for Grandparents' Day. I just wanted to, say that, and yeah. So how involved are the grandparents? As in our parents in our child's life, pretty involved there, man. When you really look at it, as far as like my mom with my daughter, my mom, she's a bowler, so that kind of like
that makes sense now.
it started from her, and then it passed it on from me and my brother, then to her. So my mom, she's done like doubles tournaments. I'm talking about like significant things. Obviously, if you say,
No, that's
obviously
significant.
I'm saying I'm bringing it like, you know, obviously grandparents, they babysit in all of that shit like that.
Yeah.
That's, but when it comes to like actually, I think that's something that they have where a connection is as far as like bowling. They bowled in like adult youth tournaments together.
Oh,
So, you know, that's a real, you know, significant connection that my mom and my daughter has together. So that's pretty dope. My dad, my dad, he's just a grandparent, Joe. I don't think he's not. He just he kind of like too cool for school grandparent.
I feel you.
So, you know, he obviously is involved. Like he talked to her daily, you know what I'm saying? They text and whatever, you know, she always, you know what I'm saying, says what's up to her papa and all that stuff like that. But, you know, dad is just dad. He's just a regular grandfather. He ain't no, you know, he ain't into all the extra stuff. He just, look, when you come up here, you know, you stand and you gonna do some work, you know. All that stuff like that. It ain't nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
First of all, condolences.
Appreciate it.
Because tomorrow is the 7th year anniversary of my grandmother's passing.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think about it until today.
Yeah.
You know, more so that this day happened, and then like this day happened, and then tomorrow is the 7th anniversary of my grandmother's passing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was joking around with my parents. It's like, yeah, this day, like my grandmother, my father's mother, she's in Mississippi. We're not picking her up, or she's not getting the bus from Greenwood, Mississippi to come kick it at a school for Grandparents' Day. And I love my grandfather, who's not my biological grandfather, but I talked about it on the show because he had passed during, you know, one day, you know, during the shows.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, Nikki ain't coming to that. He tell him, you know, I'll holler at you when you come over to the crib, you know, I'll be having some other stuff taken care of, but yeah, other than that, nah, we straight.
Yeah.
But seeing my mother and my father and how excited they was when they got there, and then seeing all of the other grandparents, like actually one of the teachers just sent a photo of my father, my mother, and Trey. And it was dope. They was excited.
Mm-hmm.
They damn near cried when they got back in the car. My mom, like a month, like about 5-6 weeks off of a stroke. You know, a little bit more than that because it happened around SummerSlam time when I was in Nashville.
Yeah.
But she's a bit fresh off of a mild stroke.
Okay.
So I think it hit her more from a short-term standpoint.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she going through the rehab and all that stuff. So to see
get well, Mom. We can't be having those.
Yeah, so to be able to go out to the school and kick it with them, that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my father's a little bit different because with the glaucoma and cataracts, it's the not being able to see well as you used to, and knowing that, you know, possibly one day your vision gonna be done.
And that's crazy because my mom, she has glaucoma, not serious, but you know what I'm saying. But like, yeah, that shit is that. I always, man, bro, that's tough, bro. So, like my mom, she's not even able to drive at night anymore, bro.
Yeah, my father's not able to drive.
Yeah,
you know, and then like my homie Vincent, his mom had passed. She was definitely, you know, I was younger, very influential. You know, when keeping like an influential person, keeping me out of trouble. You know, I used to spend the night over there. He's basically family. You know, so being there is like it hit different.
Yeah.
Like I guess you could say that this is the first grandparents' day that I ever like observed.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was Sunday, the school did it unexpected, but it put a lot of stuff in perspective because as you hear Trey and Liam in the Landon and Liam in the background, because Miriam taking care of some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But as you hear them in the background and like I'm young, they are much younger than I was with grandparents much older.
Yeah.
But then also for me, my mother's mom passed when I was 2 months. And my grandfather, again, is not my biological grandfather. No, I think I told the story about that Ancestry joint where, we met our biological father sometime like 2017.
Yeah.
And then, my grandmother, she's in Mississippi, and that's my heart. I know I'm waking up crying in the morning because I've woken up September 14th.
Yeah.
Every day for the last 7 years, crying. Like not thug tear, like no.
Yeah.
Like I have to be consoled because how much I love her.
And that's okay.
Yeah. And then my grandfather is not his biological father. But Ben Meeks is it's crazy too. Like the men are not my biological grandfathers, but they stuck around and they loved me.
That's
facts. That's always dope. But because of that, because knowing that, seeing Lee A. Davis Sr. kick it with Lee A. Davis III at school today was dope. Like it was. I'm just gonna take them serious. Shut up, fam. But no, it was dope. To be able for Trey to be able to get that too. Like they explain. It was, I guess, one girl grandparents were not able to come, so she was crying, and my pops told me that Trey was like, "Yo, hold on for a second." And went over to the little shorty, was like, "Yo, you can come over and kick it with us." He was like, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing him or hearing about him being able to do that in front of his grandparents, nonetheless. Like, kids can be selfish.
Yeah.
No, it's my grandparents. You gonna slide on over here because I don't need you over here crying. Like, you gonna kick it with us. And then I guess it was a Mexican family that was with them. And I love Mexican families, G. Let me just say this. If you do not have Mexican friends, find one.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you this now. Find one. Shouts out to my man Francisco. His mother and father, me and him worked at Best Buy for years. It's my dog. His mother and father, they had a party at their crib, and they live on 26 in Kaminsky. We're not really allowed there. Like us. So I'm like, yo, we coming. You got to let them know we coming through.
Let them know we good.
Let them know we
Let
good.
them know we get us pass.
We good, and we got our pass.
No brown violence.
Right, right. We good. But they was like, oh, that's him. Okay, cool. Yeah. But it was wild because the one thing that I remember is his mom grabbing me. It's like, Lee, no, come here. I know it's because I'm fat too, but she brought me right over to the table. It was like, yo, eat. And I was like, yo, I'm away. She was like, no. Eat. Broken English. Eat. Grab my cousin, eat. And we made us some tacos. She watched us eat it just to make sure it was good. And it was some fire tacos, G. And it was like, even thinking about that, like, because I know he got kids and everything. And I saw a picture of him, his son, and his father together. Like, I understand it now.
Yeah.
I understand the allure of grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand the wanting to be around the double OGs and everything. And I think part of the reason why I didn't necessarily understand it is because I was, even though, like, my grandmother, my G, you know, I got to go to Mississippi to see her, or she has to come up here. So, you know, I could go years without seeing her. Matter of fact, the last time that I physically saw my grandmother was her 80th birthday, which in turn she said, you know, that you know this room will be filled if you have some grandkids. And then Trey was conceived when I got back, but she wasn't able to see Trey, um, who she asked for and who she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And that still eats at me. Like, dang, I didn't get a chance to show her or introduce her to who she asked for.
Yeah.
Like her great grandchild, you know, and like so to see my father and my mother have so much joy just kicking it when they hated to go to a report card pickup. Like, I don't feel like going to this, man. Telling us in the letter, G. Call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Send a letter, fam. Now it's, oh, when y'all having another one? Like,
I think it's something about when your parents know that you have kids, bro. It's a different kind of feeling, man. It's a different kind of feeling that they have, and like, and it's just being involved. And that's you know that's just one thing I can say to end it about my parents is that they're always
hey, DG, don't make me
willing.
tear up, fam.
No. They're always willing
I'll
to
just
be
say
there.
DG's
No.
comment.
Oh, DG.
Don't make me. Because I will, when it comes to her, I will tear up.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that. Like, man, keep going with what you was about to say. Man.
No, but what I was saying, I think that's the most significant thing about grandparents is that them willing to be involved. Like that, my parents, like if like my daughter's very involved with dance and bowling, so if it's a dance recital, they gonna put in 110% effort to be there. My dad, he'll drive up there from Milwaukee down here. I hit him. He's like, "Hey, Nakia dancing on this day." He'd be like, "All right, I'll be there." Or she got a bowling tournament this day. He'll drive up there. He'll drive down here. He'll be here. So I think that's the most significant connection that my parents have with my daughter is that whatever it is that she's involved in, they're gonna put their best effort in to be there for her to support. So I love that. That's mainly how it hits for me with my parents and my daughter.
When they get involved in sports, already.
That's where you go really love it right there, boy. That's what, yeah.
Oh no, look, my father, his trigger is sports, G.
Yeah.
Especially if they playing a contact sport, and some don't go that way.
Yeah.
Hey, Pop, man, calm down. Oh no. Hell no, they not about to. Yeah. No. So yeah, man. Shouts out to the grandparents, man. I definitely try not to be the, you know, watch my grandkid, even son.
Nah, I stopped that. I think I can honestly say that the last time that Nathan like spent the night with like one of my parents it's years, bro.
Oh no, they spends nights.
Nah, I don't even.
they spends nights. It's just what I mean by that is mainly putting them off.
Well, yeah, putting them off. Like, yeah, I gotta go do this. Like, yo, can I drop them off over here?
They want them over there. They want them over there. Like, yo, they be like, yo, so you going to the Bears game, right? So the kids don't need to be with Miriam, right? They can come over here, you know that, you know. Like,
I like that.
I'd be like, nah, because I don't want you to get mad one day and be like, they always over here, nah. But then we got 3 of them, so we need breaks. So we gonna take them breaks. You only got 1. I got 3. We gonna take them breaks. But that's one of the main reasons why I decided to move back home is because of that. I wanted to make sure that they were able to spend time with it. And I mean, I'm not saying like my parents are like old as dirt. You know, my father's 66, my mother's 59. But you know, especially with what we've seen, even with Miriam's father, like what we've kind of like seen in like the last like calendar year and everything, definitely grateful that they're able to see and get what they need to get. So yeah, so shouts out to all of the grandparents.
Facts.
Shouts out to all of the grandparents that are involved, you know, that are still able to move around, and kick it with their grandkids, and even the ones that's around great grandkids too. Like it's dope to see that, and go from there.
Indeed, indeed.
Some dude,
Bang yelling at the kids, y'all.
because I need him to change his TV and everything, while I'm doing it. But Trey got a thing of, not coming to you when you call for him. He's just like, yeah, like fam.
Nah,
like,
bro, that mean come here.
here, fam. Like,
Yeah.
like obviously I can't get to you, fam. Oh, hey, you see Liam in the background.
Liam, what's up with you? You braided up back there? He braided up? Okay.
Yeah, he's the only kid that had enough hair on his head to get braids.
Okay, little drapes.
No, that's like his uncle. His uncle Tyreek was the only one that had hair long enough to get braids. Yeah. And then when he got braids in his head, he became a little demon. It's a running joke between me and my homie that my little brother got soft when they cut his hair. And that's kind of what happened. All right, but let's move on, man. Before we get all emotional about grandparents and stuff, because we definitely can, especially.
We had a real nigga moment about grandparents. That's okay.
Man, real nigga moment about grandparents. PNB Rock, man. Unfortunate situation that happened at Roscoe's. Oh, because I said PNB Rock and the music stopped playing.
Okay.
But he passed away, man. He was a victim of a gunshot wound, multiple shots at a Roscoe's. According to Scott, Scott Lewis, Barb Chair Scott, he went to the Roscoe's you're not supposed to go to. It's a lot of.
I'm about to say, how many Roscoe's is in LA?
I think it's 4, or at least when I look at Artemis Gordon, like if you follow Artemis Gordon, it was like 4. That he threw up there and was like,
yeah,
not the one. I guess that's the one that you're not supposed to go to. And that's the one that they went to. I know it's a lot of people talking about, the whole thing about the girlfriend sharing a location on social and all of that stuff. Ain't here to point fingers. Like I've met him once, like while I was in DC. Pretty cool dude. From what I saw, pretty chill dude. Didn't seem like he was that rapper that messed with people. The only person who came out and said something stupid was Tekashi 6ix9ine, which I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't wish not like hurt or anything or anybody. I just don't understand why he's not been hurt. Is the best way of putting it. I'm not gonna sit up here and talk like I was a big fan of the music or I listen to everything. But because one of my markets is Philly, I know, and he's from Philly. I definitely know I hurt the market. I know and Justin met him a couple of times. He used to come up to the studio all the time. So condolences to PNB Rock. Did you listen to like his music and stuff?
Nah, I wasn't big on PNB Rock. First of all, rest in peace to him. Condolences to all his friends and family. But I was familiar with the big records, the records that that he was known for and everything like that. So I was definitely familiar with. I remember when he was on the XXL cover, and I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was then. And then after that, he had a couple records, that saying that really like kind of put him on to people and everything like that. But definitely, man, an unfortunate situation, man. You hate to see it, bro. Like it's some familiar situations have happened to, big name artists that's like getting hit in broad daylight. Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, Pop Smoke, like everybody been, comparing this to Pop Smoke, and, to Nipsey Hussle. Like it's crazy that you could be a target, to whatever it is, theft, robbery, then, it end up turning out to be, deadly, which is sad. It's a sad situation. And yeah, I don't really know too much else about the details. And I know obviously everything, the main focus is everybody's
blaming, what up, Mike?
Miriam, what down? Everybody's blaming
Oh wow! You got a Miriam.
Yeah.
First Miriam appearance on the pod, ladies and gentlemen.
But
hit that door for me. Congratulations! It's your first pod moment.
Live on camera pod.
Live on camera pod.
Now she's been on the pod, but that's her first on camera appearance. So shout out to Miriam for that. But yeah, I mean, everybody, the main focus of this right now is like, you know, the girlfriend, the mother of his child, you know, posting the location about where they were, and you know, that could have been a reason why, you know, he got hit or whatever, or maybe she possibly set him up. You know, everybody starts being internet detectives once things like this, you know, come about. So it's a sad situation. And yeah, bro, please, y'all. I don't understand. You know what my main thing is, bro? It's like, I was just talking to my wife about this too.
Yeah.
Like, yo, where the police be at when shit be going down, bro? Like, man, how are you that bold to pull up on this man in a restaurant, a public restaurant, bro? Open fire on this man, and in a restaurant, obviously got cameras, and you get away.
Well, the way that it sounds, this is the restaurant to do it. The way that it sounds, this is the area in the
This is the one where you can get out on somebody.
One where you can get out on somebody. LA just been wild.
Man,
wilder than it's like I don't want to say wilder than I'm used to. I was born in 82. You know, I'm well versed in the late 80s, early 90s stuff, like just through knowing news and everything. Of course, I wasn't in LA when it was happening, but well versed in it was a lot of shit that was going on. So I'm never going to be one of those people that say, "Oh, it's worse now than it was in the 80s." It just seems like it's just more high profile, and between LA and the things that we've seen in LA, with a lot of the popular rappers or rappers in general, they went in Pop Smoke's house. Same thing, location. Nipsey was at his store. PNB Rock was eating with his girl. And I mean, I know you got others. And then like hearing the news in Atlanta where it was a gang that was arrested and they were targeted. Look, when you target Mariah Carey's crib, you don't care. Like, you don't care. When Mariah Carey's the target, you don't care. And she was one of the targets. It's just wild how, like,
why is Mariah Carey a target?
No, it's just wild to see all of this stuff now as we get older, still going on. Yeah. Today is the 26th anniversary of the death of Pac. Like, yo, we thought this was over then, and it's still not. There's a lot of stuff that could definitely go into this stuff. It's just wild that we are 26 years for Pac, and we're still having these conversations. So that means with 20, Big died on March 9th. So like 1997. So it's the 25th anniversary of that. It's Big L, Pat, getting murdered. I know Joey Badass had expressed interest in, possibly filming a biopic with him, the Big L story. As we've talked about on this pod multiple times, where it just seems like, a lot of the people that we grow up with liking, they die one way or the other. It's like, where are our legends? Who's going to be our Tony Bennett, live till 90 years old? Who's going to be our Frank Sinatra, and the Rat Pack in general? Like, all them cats died old. Like, none of them cats die like 50, 40, 30, all these cats was in their 70s, you know, still at the Copacabana doing their thing. And you got people that, you know, like would I classify PNB Rock as a legend? No. But I know he is in Philly. I know they love him in Philly. I know people in Philly wanted to see him grow old. His kids definitely want to see him grow old. He wanted to.
And he's a notable guy, like a notable guy with songs that the world knows.
Yeah, so
like,
it's
you know,
like,
so it wasn't like he was under the radar, but like you saying, but I feel you.
But it's like, you know, like even when we had these conversations, like when people be like, "Oh man, this person's not a legend," like stuff like this. So what? Why is that the debate?
Yeah.
Why is that the argument? Like even when I see people on social media attacking this girl, like, you know, women these days get on social, especially if they're at a restaurant, get on social, like, oh, look at this fool look good. Let me go snap a picture.
Yeah.
Like, if she's in that life, different conversation. But if she's not in that life, she's a civilian.
Bro, she didn't know no better, bro. She was happy that they was getting some chicken and waffles, bro, and posted up the picture. And I don't think
it's a different
conversation.
Like
nothing to that.
And that's why I think even with that, the conversation becomes a little bit nuanced and mixed. Yeah. Like he did an interview with academics, and he said that, you know, somebody tried to get him around that time.
Now, see, this is my thing too. So let me ask you this. So is it? I didn't see. I apparently there's like a video of the actual. Is the actual footage of it happening? Like, I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh, of the shooting?
The shooting, yeah.
It's not footage of the shooting happening. It's footage of him leaking.
Okay, so let me ask this. So the question that I have surrounding this is that, was this like a hit, or was it like a robbery and he trying to defend himself, then they get down on him? That's the question that I have, because if you don't rob the nigga, fam. And also I would hope that these guys out here, if y'all want to be outside, like obviously if y'all ain't into the shit, like if y'all ain't about that shit, like, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't in the streets or you ain't carrying or whatever it is like that, and you flashing shit, you got it on you or whatever like that, you got jewelry money on you, and a nigga try to rob you, bro, just at the end of the day, fam, hold the L, fam. Hold it, give it up. Yo, here, you take that shit, bro. I don't want no smoke. Here. I don't know if that situation, I don't know if that was the situation or was it the situation. I would hope that niggas just didn't target him and kill him because
I don't know, but if he got robbed, if he was attempted to rob, somebody attempted to rob him before that and it didn't happen, he may have been that.
Right.
I'm probably about to say something that might not be too popular.
Yeah.
But you know, I keep seeing people saying that being a rapper is the most dangerous job in the world. I'm gonna say it depends on the rapper you are. I think in the 90s, early 90s to late 90s, going into a couple of years ago, all this, like, you know, rapping what I live about stuff, transformed to a lot of people not rapping what they're not living.
Yeah.
Rap went from, and it may have been that then, but when we heard things from Easy and Pac and Big and Ice Cube and others, our thought process was either they lived it or they was in it, not fully, but I got a story to tell. A lot of this stuff transferred to, hey man, we're just doing the same thing that you see in the movies. But when you get on, I'm not necessarily saying this is PNB Rock. Let me say this now. I'm just saying as far as rap in general.
Yeah.
Whereas now these young cats really will test you to see if who you are is who you are. And it might not work out well for you. If you're not about that life, it's probably time for you not to rap about that. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to get tested more than these cats were in the 90s, 2000s. Because these kids who grew up on that, now they know who's who and what's what. You can't go to the club and be like, oh man, I'm just rapping. It's like a movie. It's like, they don't care about that.
Because you hear your stories always come out about rappers or whoever getting robbed or getting their chain snatched.
Yeah,
or,
it's happened a lot.
So
it happens more than what people know.
Absolutely.
There's been rappers who've been kidnapped, and you don't know about it. There's been rappers who's been tied up, guns. I need all of this. Like, there's been that. It just seems like to me, though, the respect of a rapper or the giving the benefit of the doubt. Rappers are no longer getting the benefit of the doubt anymore about who they may be on wax. Because at least for my generation, like somebody that I know that's a little bit older than me, like a Jay Hollins, so to speak.
Yeah.
His mindset might be totally different from me because he probably went to a spot and saw these dudes, and he's also been in the music industry. So he probably seen somebody in a different setting was like, this dude lame. What I'm saying is, though, is that we grew up with a benefit of the doubt or just the entry-level respect for artists in that ilk because what they were rapping about and what we saw when we saw them. Some of them are now older and we still give them the respect. Ice Cube, when he was doing the stuff, the Black America Plan, there were people that was like, Cube tripping. I'm like, that's Ice Cube. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Rappers now, I don't think get the same benefit of the doubt that those rappers got. And they're willing to test them a lot quicker than others were with the rappers we came up with.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know how to stop that. Because how I'm going to tell a rapper, like, and stop rapping about that, boom, boom, boom. You get money. But I do think that for some rappers, you need to watch where you go.
And also,
because people don't respect the profession like they once did. It's not about the rappers.
Yeah.
I think it's about the profession of it and not respecting it the way that you would before, which makes this different.
And I would also think that too, like you said, the rappers that we grew up on, like we gave them the benefit of the doubt. Also, like a rapper like Ice Cube, if he was in a setting like that where he felt like, all right, me and my girlfriend to go get something to eat, ain't no way Ice Cube don't got at least 4 to 5 niggas securing him. Like, you're not even gonna get a chance to attempt to pull it with you, bro. Like, and I think that's like with a lot of rappers, like like a Jay or a Ye. Like, we know Ye ain't about that life, but we know Ye was flashy. Like in his time when Ye was in his glow, like Ye ain't never finna be caught lacking. You know what I'm saying? If even in his own city, if he go get something to eat somewhere, or go hang out wherever in a chill spot around, you know what I'm saying, the public crowd, the security is there. PNB Rock, I'm pretty sure this guy, I mean, if he robbed him, we good?
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna be protected. The guys that we grew up on. It's
like, because they know who to talk to when they get there and all of those things. Yeah. But see, that's even thinking about that, because I saw a tweet from Ice-T. Like, say, I ain't talking about game coach in LA no more. I be trying to tell y'all. And like some of it even being, yo, am I talking to the right person?
Yeah.
When I come to your city. Mm-hmm. Am I talking to the right person to say, hey, I need protection, this, that, and the third? You, like nowadays, because things are so mixed up, you might be talking to a Rudy that think he this, but ain't that. You got some that want to be a celebrity and get themselves in some trouble, which in turn gets you in trouble. Yeah. It's a lot to it. I just think that the profession does not get the same respect because some people don't respect it because people are not who they portray themselves to be. And I don't think that's the profession's fault. I think that's others' fault and gatekeepers letting those type of people in. Also, I'm not going at this point in time, I'm not going nowhere without security. There's not going to be anything from a rapper that's not going to be a known rapper. It's not going to be anything that we're going to do where I'm not going to be protected. Mm-hmm. Not going to be hard-headed and stubborn enough or arrogant enough to say, oh, no, I'm good here. No. Clearly, rappers ain't good. But again, it's just my opinion. It's not about the rapper. It's about the profession that people don't respect no more because of some of the people you let in, which in turn make it dangerous for some of these others. Yeah. And then you got some people that come in and really be about that life and don't care who's around. They're just gonna take care of it themselves. Yeah. Most bullshit. So I don't want to say that being a rapper is the most dangerous profession. It's the type of rapper that you portray yourself to be, which means that you have to portray that image 24/7. If you're not about that, somebody's gonna try you. And I'm not saying that was PNB Rock, because in all accounts, he was just a good dude that they were targeting. But this is more to the whole grander part of rap being dangerous. No, I think a lot of professions is dangerous when you have money and people know who you are. You just have to know how to move and don't be arrogant enough to think that you're good everywhere. Because Scarface is somebody that I used to hear is good everywhere. And I think Scarface at the age that he at right now will say, you know what? I was in a lot of places I ain't had no business being in. And I ain't doing that shit no more, fam. Yep. I'm 50 plus.
Yeah.
But it's the arrogance of youth and thinking you got time, which enables certain things to happen to a certain group. Not going somewhere and not having security because you think you good is an arrogance.
Big time arrogance. And I don't even think rappers who don't portray that in their music, and we know that ain't like that. I'll give you an example, like a Wale or a J. Cole, or like these guys, big J. Cole, huge fan base. huge fan base. Ain't never rapped about anything of that nature ever. He's a people person. We've seen him go out there and protest with you know what I'm saying, the public people. We've seen him, you know what I'm saying, play basketball like the guys like going hooping overseas, and you know, guys on NBA 2K, you know. But when this guy goes out, he wants to hang. I am absolutely sure that this guy has at least 3 or 4 bodyguards. It got to be.
Like, gee, once you get to a certain level, it's more about insulation than anything else.
Yeah, man.
And a lot of those people are very well insulated.
Yeah.
So, but at the end of the day, these are things that should not be happening. And it's terrible to see these things happen. So rest in peace to PNB Rock. Condolences to his kids, his family, and all of those things. All right, let's move on to the Emmys, man, because I know you said you was going to watch the Emmys. I was kind of excited for this part. Please tell me you watched it.
I watched some of it. I watched what I needed to see and who I needed to see win. I was at the bowling alley last night, but I was kind of like in and out watching it on my phone. I was watching the football game, watching Raw, and watching the Emmys. So I was kind of, it was a lot going on. So I caught some of the Emmys. Yeah, I caught some of the Emmys. And
what was some thoughts, man?
Some wins. We got some wins from this. I don't think Stranger Things got any wins, did they?
No.
Stranger Things didn't get no wins. That's tough. But you know, like we said, I think we already called it that Zendaya was gonna win for lead actress in a drama.
Yeah, best crackhead ever.
I think we saw that one coming already, and congratulations to her. Like you said before I even watched the show, you posted, you said give her all the awards. Anything that she's nominated for, give them to her. So when the Golden Globes come, make sure y'all give them all to her.
Zendaya can win everything right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
I know that's a TV show. She can win an Oscar over that. She can win a Tony. She can win a Grammy. Give her all of the awards. She's the best crackhead in television history to me. It's not a debate. And it was those last 2 episodes of Euphoria was some of the best acting that I've ever seen.
You hear me?
Congratulations to her on winning that. I said Succession was gonna win drama.
So that was so I wanted to get to that. So I haven't got to Succession. I'm literally gonna start watching. I'm literally gonna start watching this shit because they cleared it yesterday. They cleared it.
My man, I'm telling you.
They cleared it.
Succession, especially if you're involved in media in some way, shape, or form, has to be on your list to watch.
I'm watching that next.
I've seen Ozark, I've seen Severance, Squid Game, Stranger Things, Yellow Jackets. I'm getting caught up on Better Call Saul, but like looking at the drama series list, I watched every show on here.
Yeah.
This current season, Succession should have won. I'm not mad at it at all. Comedy series, Ted Lasso, like I said, I got to get back on that one. I want to watch The White Lotus because they cleaned up too.
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
That's on HBO Max. I got to watch that too. Lee Jung-jae from Squid Game, he won lead actor in the drama series. Succession for writing in the drama series. Ted Lasso for directing in the comedy series. Gene Smart won for lead actors in the comedy series for Hacks. It was definitely for blacks. I know we're looking at Quinta Brunson and Issa Rae. I've not watched Hacks. It didn't look interesting to me to watch, but I think this is like Gene Smart winning 2 years in a row or something like that. Mm-hmm. So it might be something that I might just want to take a chance on some white people shit. Lead actors in the drama series, we already talked about that with Zendaya with Euphoria. Squid Game with directing for a drama series. Writing for a drama comedy series, Quinta Brunson, she won that. Congratulations to her on that. Lead actor in the comedy series, Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso. Jason Sudeikis is just funny to me anyway. Mm-hmm. Like he's just funny to me anyway. Yeah. So I ain't even mad at that. Outstanding writing for a variety special, Gerard Carmichael for Rothaniel, who came up there with the fur coat, no shirt on, kissed his boyfriend.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he came out with the white fur, with the chain, no shirt on underneath, the tight pants on. He kissed, I think that's his boyfriend or whatever. Because for those who don't know, he came out in Rothaniel. But his boyfriend, I think it was, he had a mask on with goggles. So you couldn't see who he was. So I wonder if Buddy out or not. White Lotus won for writing for and directing. Some dude named Mike White, who's white. Lizzo won for her competition show, Watch Out for the Big Girls.
Okay.
Amanda Seyfried won lead actress in the limited series or movie role for The Dropout. Jennifer Coolidge won for supporting actress for White Lotus, which is one of the reasons why I was like, yo, I think I need to see this. Last Week Tonight with John Oliver looks like just the best talk show that's out right now because he won again. Brett Goldstein won for Ted Lasso, supporting actor in the comedy series. Cheryl Lee Ralph, though.
I gotta watch Abbott Elementary. I'm on that. I'm on it, but I'm happy.
Hey, man. Shouts out to Cheryl Lee Ralph, G. She did a thing in there. I ain't gonna front. It shocked me a bit. I actually thought that Janelle James was probably going to be the one that, if somebody won for Abbott Elementary, it would be her.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Kate McKinnon from Saturday Night Live was going to get it. But to see Cheryl Lee Ralph get it.
Absolutely.
And her speech and everything, definitely emotional, inspirational, and all of that. And shouts out to Ruth.
Julia.
Hey, man, Ruth, she deserves all the awards as well.
Bro, facts.
And I'm probably going to watch Dope Sick too, because Michael Keaton won the first award of the night. It was a dope speech. Watching the Emmys make you want to try shit out.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. That's what I was going to say too, man. Like, I have a newfound respect for, man, I love watching TV shows, but I haven't indulged. This year, I think I've indulged in more new TV shows than I have, so I definitely gonna look at some of these categories and like indulge in some shows like Abbott Elementary. I'm already gonna get on that, and I'm definitely gonna get on Succession. Definitely gonna look into other TV shows as well. So I definitely have a more found respect for anybody that's in TV. And what's funny too, because when I watch, like, if anybody watches Entourage, and Entourage is based on an actor who's a movie star, and his agent is, trying to get him big movie roles and everything like that. But like when he was like when you go back and look and you saw Vince was like on a downslope of his career, and he was trying to get back on, and agents were trying to book him TV shows. So what it looked like, I think at that time, like TV shows for actors, like certain actors frown upon TV shows. Like, bro, I'm a movie star. Like, I'm not doing any type of TV. Like, people frown upon TV, but because a lot of actors don't want to be stuck playing one character for, their whole career. And that's understandable. But shout out to the actors who are movie stars and TV stars. Like, you can do both. Like, this shows that TV shows are very much a thing, very popular, in that and if you're an actor and you're a movie star and a TV star, and you win awards in both things, bro, like, shout out to you. Like, that's got to be tough for any actor or actress in that field, to be able to tackle TV and movies at the same time. So I definitely would never frown upon TV. Like, people love movies and that's their thing, or some people just love to watch TV. But if you love to watch both, shout out to you, and shout out to the actors who indulge in both as well.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it was definitely a good night. I feel like Jay Morg when it comes to the TV part, though. Especially when it came to that, like, the top joint, because I was like, I seen all of them.
You feel like, man, bro, you feel like a TV guru, don't you?
I feel like I can argue. Like, you see people, oh man, like my man, shouts out to my man, Teron. His birthday is actually the day he turns 40. Okay. But it was more me messing with him because he was like, he thought that Rhea Seehorn from Better Call Saul should have won instead of Ruth. But I was like, nah, she won. Ruth won for Best Supporting, G. Zendaya won for Best Dramatic, and she's the best crackhead ever. She deserves that award.
Facts.
But happy birthday to you. But sure. But the
any on women, vacation? Any on vacation or something?
In LA, man, you better be careful.
Yeah. Watch out. And he worked for Xfinity, right? I need to holler at him, bro.
You should
get that bill knocked down a little bit.
Man, that bill ain't gonna never get knocked down. That bill.
I've been looking.
Gee, I've been looking at my Xfinity bill like, yo, how to get this down? Like,
no, you gotta look. So this is what you do. So my wife she just called. Like, you gotta call them and be like, look, are there any like promotions going on? Like, look, I'm a loyal customer. Can I get something?
Mike,
they literally just knocked our bill down like about $60, $60, $70.
Oh, I'm gonna call
just by calling. Like, they'll tell you like, okay, call back on this day, so and so, and then we'll talk. And then they set up our account as we were new customers, but we were able to keep all our channels.
Yeah, I just don't like the prices at all.
I feel you, though. I feel you, bro. But I feel like I need all of these channels, and so I'm not.
It is FOMO. It is FOMO when you miss out on some channels. You just want it there just to be there. It's like,
got it right, exactly, bro.
You know damn well you don't watch the independent movie channels,
but just in case something comes on,
just in case School Days come on there,
I need to be locked in.
That one day you look at the channel guide,
yep,
and it's a movie you want to watch, and you be like. And it ain't on no streaming platform.
Yeah.
So it's like, now I got to keep this channel.
You know what's crazy too is that I literally just found. So I watched a couple weeks ago. I watched Paid in Full. I watched State Property and State Property 2, all through Comcast. So I just like typed. I don't know. It came up through one of those like third party apps.
Yeah.
Like so, I don't know if you have like the third party app set up to your Xfinity.
Oh yeah.
So whatever third party, I don't even know what the third party app was, but I was able to watch all three of those movies, bro. But they went through some other shit. They had it on there. I need Xfinity, goddammit. No matter how high the bill is, I need it.
It's definitely that fear. That's the only reason why we got all them channels, fam. Is FOMO. Fear mixing out. You're not gonna watch like the Latino channel. You're not gonna watch Telemundo, but it might be Rocky in Spanish, and you might just want to watch Rocky in Spanish that day.
What if Selena come on that channel?
Right, in Spanish, right? I feel you. All right, man. Let's go and get to this football stuff, man, real quick. I'll start off with me first, Mike.
Man, you had an incredible weekend, bro. You had an incredible weekend. I am jealous of you.
It was incredible.
I look up, bang, at Soldier Field, and I look outside, and it's flooding. I said, Bruno, you at the game? You good, my G? Come up, fam. Like, I know it's going to be, look, make sure you stay dry.
The tailgate part, it was wet. We was on Channel 5 apparently, too.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they had the cameras out there. I thought they were just filming B-roll.
Yeah.
So I had my red cup. I was like, apparently they made
talk about the tailgate. How did that go?
Tailgate is great. I love white people. When it comes to tailgating. Look, tailgating, it don't matter what race, creed, color you are. It don't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. It don't matter. Everybody's there to eat and drink, and enjoy each other. And we definitely did. Yeah, I know I killed the fifth for Don Julio Nejo myself.
Yeah.
Before the game. I know that joint was done before the game. Well, most of it was done before the game. And then after the game to celebrate, the rest of it was done.
Bang, a different kind of drinker, y'all.
When it comes to the Don Julio, I'm a different kind of drinker. But we get there. We get to the game. Game starts. I don't think nobody in the stadium was nervous. That's the first time the Bears have been down at halftime, and where we was like, I think we good. And then they came out. Dante Pettis, St. Brown got that touchdown.
What's his name? Aquarius.
Aqueminis E. St. Brown.
He scores a touchdown, and then like Herbert, 20 seconds before that, Amon St. Brown scored a touchdown.
Yeah, like no, Herbert got his touchdown.
Yeah.
Fam, the fourth quarter is when everything started. Like the weather just was like, fuck it, I got to take a piss. If you had a poncho on, it didn't even matter no more. If you had anything else on, it was cool. But if you had a poncho on, that poncho was like, I ain't got it for you today. So I just had it in my hand. I got a video of me with a wet towel. Just, I was lit. They ended up winning that game. I was talking my stuff, on Instagram because everybody picked San Francisco. Everybody. And Trey Lance supposed to be MVP this year. He's a dark horse candidate, and he might still be. He wasn't on September 11th, though. We were good. After the game, went back in the same spot. The tailgating continued. It was lit. We were all soaking wet. I can now say that I went to one of the rainiest games in Soldier Field history, and I definitely was at the coldest game in Soldier Field history. So just on like weather-related stuff, it feels good to be at those epic games where they won.
I was gonna piggyback off that because I know, like, it's one thing to just go to a football game, and that's cool. Like going to an NFL game is an experience in itself.
Yeah.
But when the weather is involved, like when you're in one of those situations where you're not necessarily in the most in your comfort zone watching a football game, but that experience.
Yeah, that
experience.
And you have to win. You have to win. Let him be clear. Let me be clear. You have to win. Like the Bears went against the Eagles in 1988 in the Fog Bowl. That experience had to be terrible for the viewer there because it was on TV. The Bears lose that game. We don't care about the Fog Bowl. But I do remember one night where we played Green Bay. It was when Dick Butkus and Gale Sayers got their jersey retired. And Green Bay whooped our ass like 51-3. Nobody talk about that game. We don't want to talk about that game. We lost. When the Bears played against the Rams, and I think it was the NFC Championship game too. And Wilbur Marshall got that interception, and all the Bears was running with him. You start seeing the snow. Like, that's a moment. This right here, and then at the end of the game, Justin Fields and the rest of the team, slides into the end zone to celebrate. That's a moment. Like, it's great being at games, but it's even more amazing to be at those moments games. And I don't know what's going to happen on Sunday night. I have no expectations. I see my man B-Dot on here talking about we going to beat the Packers. I am not talking shit at all about Bears-Packers week. I'm still going to celebrate this moment. However, moments catapult you. And moments can catapult you. It could give you confidence. And if we just so happen to beat Green Bay in Green Bay on Sunday night, as I said last show, that's on YouTube, the mood will change. I'm just going to let the mood happen because I do not want to get too excited because we beat San Francisco, who went to the NFC Championship game last year, who beat the Packers to go to the NFC Championship game. I don't want to be in no situation where it's lit now. No, I'm going to enjoy that moment. And that moment, seeing the Bears come from behind, and they came back, how the offense looked in the second half, to have a coach that actually did adjustments. All of those things, it was one of the best feelings in my sports memory of watching games in person. Like, this was it. And shouts out to Justin Fields. Shouts out to the offensive line who got it together in the second half too. Shouts out to the weather. Shouts out to our wide receivers. He had 2 touchdowns, and shouts out to the Bears, man. It definitely gives us hope for the future. And I'm excited about where we're going. I am so excited that I might remove Ryan Poles as Leopold's nickname. I'm that excited. if he beats Green Bay, he's never Leopold again.
Okay.
But no, man, shouts out to the Bears. One of the rainiest things I've been a part of, but we got the win. And this would only be, I will only be talking about this if we got the win. Because it's the worst feeling in the world to go to some of these games like that and you lose. Like, who wants to go to a rainy ass game and see your team get their ass whooped? Like, if I'm gonna get sick, let me get sick for a good reason. You don't want to pay money to go get a ticket, get rained on, lose the game, and get sick. You don't want that. That will mess up your fandom.
Yeah.
Like Dak's hand may have messed up yours. How you feeling, man?
Hey, man, shout out to the Chicago Bears. Shout out to all my Bears. Shout out to all the Bears fans.
We talk about it now, Mike?
Yeah, we can talk about it right now. I'm giving y'all some love right now. But shout out to y'all, man. That was dope to see.
No, we need to shower you with love right now. Fam.
Nah, I don't need any love. I don't need any love.
Well, Jerry Jones said it might not be 6 to 8, fam.
Yeah, that's cool. But Dallas Cowboys, Buccaneers, Sunday Night Football, Dak versus Tom Brady. Tom Brady's 45 years old, officially the oldest player to ever start a football game. And yeah, the game itself, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I never have been a fan ever since the year 2015 when Tony Romo got hurt in the preseason. When he got hurt in the preseason, this was Dak's rookie year. When Tony Romo got injured in preseason, and everybody was hitting me on Facebook and on Twitter, and you were one of them, and you were saying Dak Prescott era has begun. Ever since then, I've never been a fan of playing of like stars or starting lineup or whatever playing in preseason games. Never been a fan because obviously, things can happen in preseason games. Injuries can happen, and you hate to lose one of your star players in the preseason. So I've never been a fan. And anytime like starters do play in the preseason, I cringe.
Right.
And I just hope for, the best. Hope for them to make it out of the series or, the quarter that they do end up playing in. This preseason, nobody from the first unit offense or first unit defense on the Dallas Cowboys roster played a preseason snap. This is something I noticed. I knew this already before the season even started, before we went out there. This is something that I noticed. Now, how I felt about that, I think to myself, like, they'll be okay. Like, we good.
Right.
But on the offensive side of the ball, even before the Dak injury, it showed that these guys not playing a snap during the preseason affected them. It affected Dak. It affected the offensive flow. I'm going to get to the defense in a second because I think the defense played tremendous. I'm going to talk about the defense in a minute, but I'm going to talk about this offense real quick. Prior to Dak's injury, Dak looked horrible. The first drive of the game was cool. We drove down the field, got a field goal. Everything looked promising. Then after that, the offense looked like shit. The offensive, again, certain play calls, execution on certain plays. We running screen plays to CeeDee Lamb that Dak is throwing the ball at Dalton Schultz's helmet. He's the lead blocker. How are you hitting Dalton Schultz in the helmet when CeeDee Lamb is right behind him? The play is designed for Dalton Schultz to block, but you're throwing it at Dalton Schultz's helmet. The rust was clearly there. Now, the execution on offense was pitiful. Ezekiel Elliott actually looked good. He looked good. He had 10 carries, 50 yards. So the movement with Zeke having the ball in his hand was there, but the consistency, lack of execution by Dak, penalties, CeeDee Lamb break for one, and then offensive pass interference. Like, it was just, you can tell that the chemistry on the offensive side of the ball was not there. It wasn't clicking, and we're down receivers, and you can see that They weren't prepared. They weren't prepared on the offensive side of the ball. Chris Collinsworth said it. When he said it, that's when it clicked and it registered to me that them not playing in the preseason, this is a thing. Like I use the Kansas City Chiefs as an example. Patrick Mahomes played the first game. The offensive unit, they went out there, they played the second game too. They didn't play in the third game, but they went out there and played a whole quarter, first half of football. And Patrick Mahomes went out there and threw 5 touchdowns. I ain't saying Dak Prescott is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that you can see that the chemistry on the offensive side of the ball was there, because I feel like you need to go out there and get a couple reps, even if it's just one series, one quarter. If you get injured, hey, that's just, it is what it is. That's part of the game. But that's my observation of it on the offensive side of the ball. I felt like them not playing a snap in the preseason affected them. Now, Dak getting hurt, that's a whole nother story. Obviously, we're going to have to move to our backup quarterback, who is Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush, I can't give you anything on Cooper Rush. I don't know.
I know you.
He's a backup quarterback. What do you want me to tell you about him? I can't tell you about what to expect from Cooper Rush moving forward, but I do want to praise the defense, though. We did give up 1 touchdown to Mike Evans, but Mike Evans is Mike Evans. It was a great catch. So it is what it is. But Micah Parsons is him. That dude is him. He got to Tom Brady multiple times. These guys drove down the field, and we held them to field goals multiple times. They even missed the field goal, and it still looked like we were in the game. The defense held it down for the most part. So I can't throw any blame towards the defense. They did their part. Nothing happened on the offensive side of the ball. Now, where do I see the Cowboys going forward? I don't even know, bro. I honestly, I got nothing for you. I got nothing for you. I have a bold
I heard
prediction.
that in your heart.
I have a bold prediction right here. That's it. That's all I got. I went from 13-4 to 9-8. That's all I got for you right now. I
heard that in your heart.
You heard it in my heart. I feel like if we can find a way to get Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott more involved on the offensive side, running the ball, become a run-first football team, and then see how that works out. Hey, make Cooper Rush do as little as possible. That has to be the game plan. Cooper Rush can't save us. Cooper Rush can't save us. All right. Tony Romo ain't coming through that door, ladies and gentlemen. He ain't. So we got to wait for Dak to get healthy and just do enough on the offensive side of the ball to keep us in games, because I feel like the defense will do whatever it is that they need to do. The defense, I'm not worried about the So, hey, call Jimmy G, because Cooper ain't it. I don't know. If y'all want to trade, if we're going to trade for Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm not opposed. But what I'm saying is that
he got to want to come, though, Mike.
He got to want to come. That's cool,
because he has a no trade clause. And does Jimmy G wants to come to Dallas just to get benched in 8 games?
In 8 games, right? And then you're talking about maybe 4 games. So I don't see that being a scenario.
Yeah, like no, there's not a scenario. And that's before we say call Jimmy, we got to understand that like Jimmy has a no trade clause.
Jimmy has a no trade clause, and also they kept him on that roster for a reason, because they ain't sure about Trey Lance.
We saw what happened.
We saw what happened. Now, for me, I'm going to be an optimistic guy. I'm going to give Trey Lance the benefit of the doubt. That was a rainy day out there, something that he ain't used to, something that he ain't never seen in his life. So I still think that Trey Lance would be a great quarterback. I drafted him in both fantasy leagues. Now, I did the right thing, and I benched him because I saw what that weather was. When I looked at the shit, I texted my brother. I said, yo, should I start Trey Lance? I was like, nah, I ain't going to do that. No, that's a bad idea. And good thing I did, because he didn't play well. But I think, put him in go back at home and see how he acts. But at the end of the day, back to the Cowboys, Jimmy Garoppolo coming to the Cowboys, I don't see that being realistic, especially if Jerry Jones is more now optimistic that Dak will be back in 4 games. Will Dak be good? I don't know.
You gonna be able to grip that ball? Pause.
Exactly. Pause. I don't know. I have nothing. So anybody that has like burning questions for me and how I feel about the Cowboys right now, I'm just gonna play it week by week at this point. Week by week. Hey, y'all come with the Cowboy jokes. Come with them. Do what y'all got to do. I'm numb to them now at this point, dog. Shit don't bother me, though, boy. So
yeah, at this point you really can't. like joke and hurt a Cowboys fan.
Can't hurt me as boy, please. I done seen it all. It all. So, but at the end of the day, that's what I've got out of the Dallas Cowboys. That's my observation after the week 1. Yeah, so get well soon, Dak. You still, even when you were out there healthy, you looked at rusty. I'm gonna assume that it was rust because it was flat out just a pathetic performance overall on the offensive side of the ball for the Dallas Cowboys.
It's gonna be all right, Mike, man. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about y'all with Cooper Rush. I actually not to go in on your team. Let me
be as transparent as you want.
But I think that the top of your organization did your team a disservice. Like they should have been able to upgrade. I mean, when you have a Dak Prescott who has had issues lately with staying injured, you don't stay with Cooper Kupp as a backup.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush, excuse me. You go and get somebody more experienced. They didn't do that.
Like a Nick Foles, maybe.
Like you go and try to get somebody that's experienced, like an OG that could do it. You didn't do it. Your offensive line used to be a strong part of your team. It's not no more. And you go and you spend money on Jason Peters. That's organizational malpractice already because you got a spotty offensive line behind the quarterback who is a year and a half off of a broken ankle. So it's going to be interesting. Like, you got CeeDee Lamb and he's good, but who you got with him? Michael Gallup ain't there yet, And then honestly, it might have been time to cut bait with Zeke this year and go in another direction. It's a lot of stuff that.
Well, Zeke is in the last year of his contract, so
I mean, you could have cut bait early
and got something for him, maybe.
Something for him, and got something in the draft. But it's going to be interesting, man, because even though it was a close game, and I did say that I don't think this is going to be the same Detroit Lions we used to. Even looking at the Giants, boy, Saquon looked.
Hey, look. That's another thing too. Like everybody won in the NFC East, even though the Jacksonville Jaguars tried to pull it on the Commanders, but the Commanders ended up pulling it out. But hey, like you said, Philly looked good on the offensive side of the ball. Obviously, Detroit was on their ass. But the Giants, though, and Saquon, yes, bro. Saquon turned back the clock, fam.
Man.
Confidence in that man. I think when his confidence is up, bro, it might get ugly for you Cowboys. Might get ugly.
Hey, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm scared. I'm scared of our confidence right now. I talked all that shit about Philly, but I'm sorry. I ain't mean it.
Yeah, you better. All right, man. Move on real quick. To some hot takes real quick. Well, it's not some hot takes, just some speed stuff real quick. Denver Broncos last night, they lost in Russell Wilson's return to Seattle. I know I took Seattle to win that. I thought it was going to be let Russ cook night. But at the end of the game, Russ looked like he wanted to cry. Russ.
Hey, stop playing with my man's Danny Dimes, though. I like Daniel Jones. Don't do it.
The way Saquon was running, I don't give a damn
who cares who the quarterback is?
If Cooper Rush had Saquon, I'll be looking at Cooper Rush a little bit differently, G. But no. Denver Broncos last night, Monday Night Football, went up against Seattle Seahawks. Russ first game back at the crib. They booed that man.
Hey, Seattle fans is some hoes, bro.
No, Mike, this is where we disagree today. Go ahead, though.
Oh, that man brought y'all a championship, bro. Hey, check this out, fam. I don't give a damn about none of the extracurricular bullshit that took place the past couple years where him balking at the fact that he might wanted to get traded and all of that shit like that. Obviously, him and Pete Carroll had a thing going on, fam. But that man was loyal to the city of Seattle. He gave y'all a Super Bowl. Should have been 2 Super Bowls. Fuck all that shit, bro. Y'all booing this man, fam?
Mike, first of all.
That's gay.
So First of all, I agree with you to a point.
Yeah.
Seattle tried to trade that man first. Seattle tried to trade that man to the Cleveland Browns for the 1st and 4th pick. Josh Allen would have been a Seattle Seahawk if that would have happened. He would have been the starting quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. And Russell Wilson would have been the starting quarterback for the Browns. I agree with you to a point. It sounds good. Don't get me wrong. It sounds great. That man he led you to 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 ring, one of the winningest franchises. Why he did all of that stuff. We can never expect a fan base to cheer somebody once they're in another uniform. That's the issue that I have. I think Russ came in there thinking, oh, man, I know I'm gone. It wasn't really my fault where I'm going in the first place.
They going to love me anyway.
They going to love me, though, because I brought them a Super Bowl. Yeah, he came up in there with the shiny suit. Oh, man, they going, oh, yeah, it's me. I'm back at the crib. You know what I'm saying? He was practicing. I don't know if you saw the video where he came out in Denver. He came out the joint. He threw his hands out like he was slapping hands and all that stuff. I think Russ came into this game thinking, I'm coming home. They gonna love me even though I'm with this other team. It ain't my fault. Russ found out very early that the 12th man don't give a shit. Now add that to the fact that your coach is dumb as shit and they paid you all that money and he ain't let you cook to try to win the game. But Pete would at least let you try to do that. Because Pete did that in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Y'all lost. Nathaniel Hackett was like, I'd rather run this clock down and go for a 64-yard field goal. Bruh, let me tell you, on Russ, I'm looking at my coach in this organization a little bit different. Mm-hmm. And if you watch Russ in the press conference, go watch that press conference with Russell Wilson. He was sick. That man wanted to cry.
I didn't see the press conference.
You basically, to paraphrase it, that man was like a single mom that don't need no man and want to let you know because his son is over there. Her son is over there sad because he didn't get that bite. I'm a single mama. I don't need no man. That's basically what he said. Look, man, I know what I bring. I brought to the organization. I think, I'm always gonna be a guy. Got me. Yeah, you're hurt, fam. Russ was hurt yesterday. He lost against his former team. His former coach gets to celebrate, and also the coach that you with didn't let you cook. You got off over 300 yards passing and all of that stuff. Had a nice little pass. I think it was Jerry Jeudy. But at the end of the day, you lost to your former team. Go watch that press conference. That man was sick. I just wore this shiny ass suit for no damn reason at all. Lost to a team that ain't better than what we got right here. They fumbling at the goal line.
Twice.
Coach won't let me cook to win the game. We missing a 64-yard field goal. Who kicks that to try to win the game?
That's questionable play calling at the end.
They run the clock down, don't call no timeout. This team I'm on.
That's bad team management right there, dog. Bad clock management, excuse me.
Bad clock management.
Robert
Sarver, the owner of the Phoenix Suns, he was suspended for a year and fined $10 million. They did the investigation, found out that he said the N-word on a couple of occasions, sexist emails. You guess it, he did it. Do you think that this man will continue to own the Phoenix Suns, or should he continue to own the Phoenix Suns?
Well, for now, they say he's suspended. So, I mean, I don't know where that plays for him. Normally when an owner gets put in that kind of situation, they want to sell the teams. They don't anymore want to be involved because, that's frowned upon.
Yeah.
The players that play for your organization, coaches and personnel and everybody else, fans, they're gonna look at you differently now. So I wouldn't be shocked if those teams get put out on the open market.
Yeah, man.
Be
In
sold.
order for him to sell in order for him to be forced to sell the team, 75% of the owners have to vote for it. They ain't gonna do it because they house dirty too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be up to advertisers to say, nah, we're not working with this team if he's the owner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's going to happen. It'll be interesting what the players are gonna do. I have an issue with one thing when it comes to the players and one thing only. For all of this social justice stuff and all this stuff that's going on, the Players Association for the NBA sure don't be really wanting to go hard on shit like this. There should have been, and it might have, I don't know, but I haven't seen one. There should have been a press release from the NBA Players Association slamming the NBA's findings and their actions.
Because it involves them, bro. It involves their job. I always say, like, look, because they getting paid from these organizations. That's what I'm saying. Like, none of these players are gonna step up and like take a knee or not play, not come to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can easily say, look, fuck this shit, bro. Phoenix Suns, like, we ain't coming to work, bro, until our owner is out. Yeah. They ain't gonna do that shit though. They never
did that whole turning the shirt in backwards or some shit.
They never do
it.
They
never like that's what I'm looking at. Like,
they never do it.
95% of your team is black.
They not gonna do it. They not. They still gonna come to work. They still gonna come to work, bro.
You gonna come to work. He's saying you gonna see that name on the check. Like,
The whole NBA could be like on some fuck this shit, bro. We ain't coming out here to play basketball for none of you racist ass owners, bro. No more until y'all up out of here.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting, but I don't think nothing's gonna happen.
Me neither.
And the $10 million to do is probably like $10 for us.
Boy, that's pocket change right there. It's gas money.
Did you see the trailer? Right? Did you see the trailer for the Redeem Team doc?
No, I haven't seen the trailer yet. But
they got the trailer out for the Redeem.
Yo, this coming out next month, right?
I think so. It's coming out soon, but
on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta watch it.
From the makers of The Last Dance. What doc would you like to see next from a historical team perspective or whatever?
The first off, before I do that, please guys, don't use this documentary to start bashing Mike and them, saying that you know it's coming though. You know it's gonna be guys out there that's
gonna Redeem Team better than the Dream Team.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming. It's coming, guys. Please, can we not use this special moment that we are about to indulge in sports history to try to downplay the Dream Team? Don't do it. Don't be those guys. Let's just watch this shit as a family and enjoy it. That's what we go do. But what do I want to see? What
doc would you like to see next from a historical team or player?
I don't know. You know what? I would love to see. I know it was rumors about the Lakers, like the Kobe and Shaq era. I would love to see some footage.
Well, that's all in that Hulu joint.
That's all in that. So there's nothing really circulated around them. I don't know. I haven't really thought one in mind. What you got? I don't have one in mind off the top of my head.
I would like to see a full one on the New England Patriots dynasty.
Okay.
I think now we are at a good point where, because that's dead. No, I think we're at a good point where we could see that. I do want to see one on Dan Marino though.
Okay.
I think Dan Marino's story is interesting because how fast he started getting to the Super Bowl in the second year and never making it.
Okay.
I really want to hear the story of Dan Marino and him doing what he did, breaking all those records and everything, but never getting to the level really that the other people in his class did.
Yeah.
So for a player, Dan Marino. For a team, I'd love to see a Last Dance style documentary on the New England Patriots. And really going back to Drew Bledsoe.
Okay.
and that Super Bowl and how things kind of like changed up, and they finally got to a Super Bowl. They lost to Green Bay. Drew was the quarterback, but then all of a sudden you got this, and then you start going into that and start to learn a little bit of the friction between quarterback and coach, Bill Belichick.
Did you watch The Captain?
Yeah, but nah, I didn't like the the Derek Jeter joint. No, Derek I like that. It was a little bit of cap in there in some cases.
What?
Like it was some shit. I think it was like the what's name the Sean Diddy shooting.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like
calling a little bit of cap
about him not going to the club that night.
It was like.
Yeah. I think I frowned up at that shoot too. But that Derek Jeter joint was good. I would love to see somebody else, get something.
But I'd love to see a Dan Marino doc, man. I think Dan Marino. What's crazy is Dan Marino has become underrated.
Yeah.
Now, like now that everybody's breaking his records and everything, it's like Dan Marino is an afterthought.
Mm-hmm.
It's like nah.
But that's expected. Not for him. Not that I say Dan Marino is underrated or anything like that, but
Dan Marino is my favorite quarterback of all time. He is.
Give me something. You know what? Give me something on Brett Favre, because Brett Favre is my favorite.
Oh yeah, Brett Favre.
Something like Brett Favre. I would love to see something on Brett Favre. I know
he did drugs too, so that'd be something.
Give me the controversy around Brett. So I love Brett.
Yeah.
So give me
you're racist when you're mad at made up characters being black. We've seen these last couple of weeks people mad at the Little Mermaid because she's black now. House of Cards. I mean, not House of Cards, excuse me. House of Dragon, having some black people up in there now, and the new Lord of the Rings TV when it's up in there. So there's black people up in there too. So forget all of that though. Have your daughter seen the Little Mermaid?
OG Little Mermaid?
Yeah, no, the trailer for the new.
Nah, she hasn't. But I don't know. She may have, bro. I don't know what she's seen nowadays. But that was just a little clip. She hasn't mentioned it to me yet, but I'm sure it's coming though. Once maybe a full length trailer, like
next part. I think we should get her thoughts on that as a young woman.
I will see. I will sit down because I ain't even finna lie to you, fam. The Little Mermaid as a shorty, fam. I watched that shit. Like
Mike, I've only watched. Cam laughed at me when I admitted to him that I've only watched 2 Disney films. 2. Lion King and Aladdin.
Wait, are you fucking serious right now, bro?
I was watching Pinocchio.
So you haven't watched Toy Story?
No, I'm talking about not the Pixar joints.
Oh,
I'm talking about the Disney films.
You never seen Beauty and the Beast? Snow White. You're wild.
I watched. Okay, wait a minute. No, I didn't. I watched the live version of Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
I watched the live version of Pinocchio. I have not watched the tuned version of any of those joints.
You're wild.
Only one I saw the tuned version of is Aladdin and Lion King.
You're crazy. So you haven't seen Aladdin, The Return of Jafar. You didn't see Lion King 2. You didn't see the second Lion King? Yeah, you wild. But hey, I get it though. I understand.
I ain't seen Snow White, Cinderella, Pinocchio, Babar, not Babar. What's the other elephant name?
You talking about not I'd say
Dumbo.
Dumbo, yeah.
I watched that.
I've seen Dumbo maybe once or twice.
I watched Pinocchio, saw Jiminy Cricket, and was like, "Whoa, that's where Jiminy Cricket comes from." Like,
Dang, when you get some free time, fam, you could
not watch.
Sit back and watch a few Disney flicks.
I might go on Disney Plus and watch something.
So you haven't seen the OG Little Mermaid? I would need you to get to that. My mom used to tell me stories about. I remember watching it, but I think she tells me that I used to watch that shit. Baby. She tells me I used to watch the Little Mermaid like every day. Now I love the Little Mermaid.
That's why you like female rap.
That's cool. That's
why you like female rap, because you ran watching Little Mermaid. But yeah, I've never watched none of them, Jack.
That is hilarious. But white people, please, y'all. Why y'all mad? Why y'all mad? Why y'all mad, white people, that we get the black Little Mermaid? Don't be mad. It's so what?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
They don't like that shit, bro. They don't. I guess they don't like us. They don't like shit being touched. Yeah. I guess that's what they feel.
Lamar Jackson turned down a $250 million contract because it wasn't fully guaranteed. Thoughts?
Interesting. Hey, the man want fully guaranteed money that Deshaun Watson got. It is what it is. I mean, hey, stand your ground, Lamar. If that's what you want, bro, you go out there. You go after that shit.
All right, 2 more things and we out of here, man. Ari Lennox, ASL was released. What was your thoughts?
You know what my favorite song is? Guess.
What's that?
The one with Lucky Day.
Okay, I messed with that one.
That one is that's my favorite record.
They was talking that real shit on there.
They was talking that shit on there, bro. She
said,
I don't mess with fake rappers.
Yeah, that's definitely let me hit some.
I like that one. I like Waste My Time. But overall as a project, bro, like Ari singing, bro. He's singing.
Stop by is my joint in Queen Space. Stop by in Queen Space.
Yeah.
This is Erykah Badu meets Adina Howard.
Okay.
Because she's definitely talking that nasty shit on there. It definitely sounds like an Erykah Badu album with Adina Howard lyrics. That EP that they dropped, I was scared. But then listening to this project, I was like, yo, she got it. The only thing that I be missing from R&B, which is the last thing, is we put it in the group. We've all been active up in it. We're gonna make the playlist, but up tempo joints, fam.
Yeah.
We need to get back to dancing, y'all.
Yeah.
When we say when I'm gonna say this again and double down on it. When we say R&B, when people say R&B is dead, I think it's commercially. But where we dancing at? What we grooving to? What's the last like not Beyonce?
I guess that maybe Silk Sonic.
But see, the Silk Sonic thing is they went back, they threw it back. Mm-hmm. I'm really mainly talking to a lot of these younger acts.
Oh yeah,
it's because all Bruno Mars is gonna do is make you dance.
Facts.
The same thing is Anderson .Paak. That's the perfect combination. But when we listen to some of these new cats, it'd be like, where are we dancing at? Part of the reason was like, yo, we be up in the club and people don't be dancing in the club no more. Like, what is the R&B song of this day that's not Beyonce or Silk Sonic? Talking with these younger, newer crop of artists, where when it comes on, you're dancing in the club.
We don't have one.
We don't have one.
Our R&B scene right now is full of toxic R&B.
R&B used to be filled with love songs, toxic songs, and songs that make you dance and sweat. We don't have that. So that's the question that I have to end 141.5 of Some Dude Pod. These new crop of artists, we ain't talking about Beyonce, we ain't talking about Anderson .Paak, we ain't talking about Bruno Mars, we're not talking about Silk Sonic. These new crop of R&B artists that are going to be replacing these people, what are the songs that you're dancing to from them? What's the up-tempo joint that you're grooving to from them? I'm not saying it don't exist. I'm saying let me know, because I want to dance too. Because if Luther Vandross can make dance songs, you can too.
I'm a sucker for a good bop, all right? So yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. All
right, man. Mike, you got any hot takes, anything like that?
Nah, man, we straight. We good.
Your name is a hot take right
now. My name is a hot take right now. How did you do in fantasy this week, though? Real quick.
3-1.
3-1. So you didn't get into the 5th league.
Didn't get into the 5th league.
That's a good man.
Yanni held me off.
That's a good man.
We didn't get into the 5th league, but I was 4-1. I was 3-0 on all my ESPN leagues, including ours. I was 0-1 in the Yahoo joint. So smooth 3-1. How were you?
2-0, baby. 2-0. I beat Vince. Look, check this out. Quick scenario. So say for instance, if the Denver Broncos kicker, if he would have hit that 64-yarder, I would have lost to your cousin because he had the kicker. He had him. So he was gaining points on me. If he would have hit that would have been a 6-pointer.
Damn.
And he missed it. So I'm good. So I'll end up being 2-0, and I beat Al in our Some Dude League. So I'm
Okay.
1-0, and both Some Dude fantasy football leagues. We didn't get a hit on FanDuel though.
We did.
We gonna have to get back to the drum
I
board.
lost all my free money points. Man.
I used all my free bets too. See, that was all free bets I used on. Everything I played on was all free bets. So now though, we're gonna really dig deep and we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, I hit bad. Well, R&B singers, again, we need good bops. We need good R&B quality dance music. We need Jay Don't Walk Away. We need a Motown Philly. We need a Whispers. It's a love thing. What are y'all dancing to? Or what are y'all giving us to dance, R&B singers? We want to find that out, but we're going to have a Some Dude up-tempo R&B playlist. Hell, Keith Sweat might even make that playlist.
Hey, no way you can't throw a Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat might make the dancing play. Might make the.
I like the fact that you know how to put your differences to the side to acknowledge the guy.
He might just to get people to understand the bop is what's missing. The bop, the jam is what's missing. To make you sweat inside the club after a night of dancing is missing.
There's no way something just ain't right can't make the playlist, bro. Got to.
It might. It
gotta.
Keith might make the playlist to make a point, fam. It is off. Close us out.
Y'all already know, man. Some Dude Pod. Rate, like, subscribe. YouTube, the What Digital, Twitch, the What Digital. Make sure you subscribe. Soon as me and Bang start recording, you have access to the pod immediately on there.
You said that for a reason.
You said what?
I said you said that for a
reason. So you have access to the pod immediately, guys. So all you guys out there that says, "Hey, wait, where's the pod?" But also we are available. If you're not a visual guy, we are available where podcasts are available: Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can rate us on there. You can like us on there as well. Hashtag Some Dude Pod, the Facebook group. If you are in the Facebook group, invite others into the Facebook group to engage in the conversation. Like us on our actual Facebook page at Some Dude, at Some Dude Pod on Twitter, at Some Dude Pod on IG, at Mike B _CHR, at JR Bang. Come on, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. And we out of here.